Welcome back. Today we're talking about the importance of advanced care planning in your health with Bellin.
Two people here who have worked on them professionally and personally. Maria Lodenkamp, Palliative Care Chaplain, and Nan Bush, Director of the Bellin Health Foundation. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
All right, Maria, let's start with you and have you tell us a little bit about what an advanced care directive does.
An advanced care plan is all about communication. It helps declare to your family, most importantly to your family, what's important to you. And it offers dignity and respect. Our doctors at Bellin are wonderful, and modern medicine can do amazing things. But if that's not communicated, if that conversation has not been had with your family and your care team, then it leaves them in a time of despair, not knowing what you would want in the event a crisis were to happen and you weren't able to direct your own health care.
So who should have one of these plans and when should they make it?
Yes. My colleague, very respected colleague, Nan Bush, will share a little bit about that, her personal story, but anyone over the age of 18, because you never know what could happen.
I want to take a look at, we have a graphic that talks about the challenges put forth in making an advanced care directive and what it forces you to think about. Go over some of these if you would, Maria.
Yeah, so an advanced directive helps us establish our values and what our healthcare goals are. Choosing a healthcare agent is very important. Someone that you trust, someone that is going to honor your wishes. They're not making the decisions, but they're honoring what you would want and offering you that dignity and that respect.
Now, Nan, we mentioned that you have a personal example of the importance of this directive. Can you share that story with us?
Yes, I think my husband and I, like most people, think of that as something for older people. And I'll tell my story about how that's wrong. We need to think about it for everyone, no matter how old or young. I'll just briefly tell you, my daughter Allison died unexpectedly at age 24. Now, interestingly, at age 19, she had come home from UW-Madison with a class assignment of filling out an advanced directive called the 5 Wishes. And she had to have us sign off on it to get credit. So we watched her do it, we signed off on it, and I was instructed to file it away, which I did. So when she unexpectedly died, we pulled it out, and here in her own handwriting was exactly what she wanted, down to the very last detail. It gave us extreme comfort knowing that this was what she wanted. The decisions we were making were what she wanted. Now, fast forward, a week or two, we had a family meeting with our other 3 children and a son-in-law, and we said, we'd like you all to fill out an advanced directive, because you never know. And our youngest son, Austin, at the time was in high school, and he was extremely angry about her death. Part of grieving was anger, and that's where he was at the time. And he stood up and forcefully threw the document to the floor and said, I am not filling out any document. He used a favorite word. I'm not filling out any document, and I am, all you need to know is I never want to be a vegetable. And stormed out of the room, never did fill out the document. However, we all heard him say this, and 5 years later, we were informed by a Minneapolis hospital that he had been brought in by ambulance and was unconscious and on life support. Fast forward 9 days, every test done, we are told he is brain damaged to the point, irreparable brain injury. He will be a vegetable if he is left on life support. And what did we want to do? Well, we did not have a document to refer to, but we all had heard what he said, and all of us in the room with all these professionals said, we know that he would want us to turn off the machines. We did, and 3 days later, he did pass away. That would have been impossible for me to have done if I had not heard with my own ears what he wanted. So the next best thing to a document is having that conversation, no matter how young or old, just so you know, because trust me, when you're in the situation, you want to know.
Well, no one can say it better than that. So let's take a look at how you can get help getting that advanced care planning done. There are free meetings with specialists offered by Bellin Health, various times and locations.
And you can check them all out and register by heading to bellin.org/calendar. Here's 2 phone numbers you can call. The 888 number is 758-7373. Thank you for being here. And Nan, thank you for sharing your family stories.
Thank you. Thanks for inviting us.